A'udhu billahi minash shaitanir rajim. Bismillahir rahmanir rahim. I pledge to Nigeria, my country, to be faithful, loyal and honest, to serve Nigeria with all my strength, to defend her unity and uphold her honor and glory. So help me God. I want to begin by quoting a great philanthropist, a role model, a father by the name Alhaji Ambassador Yusuf Mai Tamasule, Dan Masanin Kano. He said, and I quote, "Mr. President, I see under you Nigeria realizing her dreams, because I have a dream. I have a dream that one day Nigeria will be truly united. I have a dream that Nigeria will build a sound economy. I have a dream that Nigeria will have a political clout that will enable her lead the rest of Africa and other blocks all over the world. I have a dream that Nigeria will take its proper place in the community of nations. And these dreams will be realized by God's grace under your leadership, Mr. President." End of quote. And these are my quotes. Mr. President, I see under you people with disability realizing the great potential they are having and rise up to demand equal opportunity in the society. I have a dream that one day people with disability in Nigeria will have equal opportunity and equal representation in the executive arm of government, sitting in the cabinet of Mr. President. I have a dream that one day people with disability in Nigeria will have equal opportunity and equal representation in the legislative arm of government, citing and chairing big committees in both the red and green chambers. I have a dream that one day people with disability in Nigeria will have equal opportunity and equal representation in the judiciary arm of government, giving ruling in the Supreme Court of the nation. I have a dream that one day people with disability will have equal opportunity and good platform to become a successful business tycoon in Nigeria. And these dreams, inshallah, bi'iznillahi ta'ala, will be realized under your leadership, Mr. President. But the question I always ask myself is, how can these dreams be realized in a country whereby disability is seen as a taboo, as a calamity, and the people with disability are seen as second-class citizens? We need to deploy the Change Begin With Me campaign mantra in order to change the mindset of our people. Nigeria is a great nation with good people that have good heart. It's only in Nigeria, which it happens with me once, I parked my car 100 meters away from the car. A guy passing by in a bicycle stopped by to give me charity. Just because I'm in a wheelchair, he thinks that I cannot end by myself. We are good-hearted people, but channeling it in the wrong way. Why not? Instead of you giving a fish to a person on the corner of the road, why can't you use the same medium by teaching that person to learn how to fish by himself? I want to use this medium to call upon Mr. President. Great philosophers used to say, a journey of 1,000 miles begins with a single step. Mr. President, is under your leadership and your watch, a disability bill was passed by the 8th Senate on July 2016. This great gesture deserves commendation and applause. But when Hanzari ba gudu ba, Mr. President, the place where the bill was signed, it's 5 months now, but the place is still not accessible by people with disability. Mr. President, you recently commissioned a project by the last administration which you completed it. But unfortunately, Mr. President, those projects that were commissioned by you, they don't have facilities that can cater for people with disability. We are pleading with you, Mr. President, to give a marching order to federal agencies, state governors, local government chairmen to fully implement that disability bill. Because the bill without implementation, Mr. President, is meaningless. It's just like a train without an engine. It cannot move. In through the history line, during the colonial masters, the time when they used to kidnap our great-grandparents and send them to school by force. People with disability are not given priority. Nigeria, as I'm speaking now, is 58 years old. Both the federal and state government have been offering scholarship to the citizens of Nigeria. But people with disability are not given priority, Mr. President. I'm using this medium to plead with you, Mr. President, to consider by sending people with disability to study abroad in a conducive environment before we get our house in order. Because studying in Nigeria now, for a person with disability, it's very, very difficult. I devoted myself to fight a war, and not just any ordinary war. I pledged to fight from the front battle line. I already drew out my sword. I will fight till I die to restore the voice for the voiceless and the hope for the hopeless. I sent an invitation to one of my friends in Zamfara, Umar Wambai, a PhD candidate in the University of Leeds in the United Kingdom. I know Umar shared the same interest with me, and he will fight by my side. I know Umar will not finish his PhD and go back home to be spoon-fed by Mama Ali. And I leave the rest to the student of history. You know, when Umar and Hamza are in the battlefield, there is nothing called retreat, no surrender. We fight to win and conquer, or die fighting. So help us God. This initiative is to help the voices of Balkisu, Idris, Jonathan, Joseph, Igechuku to be heard. You may not have a disabled person in your family, but probably you may have a disabled person as a friend, or a friend who knows a disabled person. We are asking to help share this message until it reaches to appropriate ears so that this message can be heard. I would like to conclude by saying disability is an open club and anyone can join at any time. Thank you very much.